Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. Today is Tuesday, and look at my pretty flowers back there. You saw them right the other day that my husband picked for me. Aren't they beautiful? Daffodils, I love them. One of my favorite flowers, daffodils, and they're all over my yard. Love it, love it, love it. So I just came into the house. It's a beautiful day here in upstate New York, and it's 3 o'clock already. Julie was going to get her. She goes every 3 weeks for her nails and stuff, because she works as a she's a hairdresser and stuff, so she always takes care of her nails and all that. She has to. You have to go in there with a nice appearance, and so whatever. So she's like, Mom, I'm going to get my I said, where are you going, Julie? She goes, I'm going to get my pedicure and manicure. And I said, oh, are you? She goes, yes. So my husband's like, why don't you go get a pedicure? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to do it. I just want to lay here for a few minutes. She's like, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna. So I forced myself, and the Holy Spirit lifted me up, and and literally had to get dressed in 10 minutes because she was going. Like, she got up and she was ready to go. I was like, oh my God. So I got myself together. Here I am. This is what I look like today. That's fine. I look fine. And I got myself together, and I went, and it was nice. It was really, really nice, and I'm so, so glad I went. I'm not going to show you my toes because I think feet are kind of ugly and everything, and I feel funny about my toes. I think I have showed my toes, my pedicure. But anyway, I got a pedicure. I got pink for the spring. Very excited. So that was that. So I feel good. I came home. We sat on the swing a little bit. I had a little bit of food because I didn't eat. And then I said, let me come in and get this refrigerator going and fixed up. It has to be cleaned out and organized. So that's what I'm doing, guys. So I'm starting right here. I got stuff on the table already. I got to organize it mainly because if I don't, I'm not going to know what I have. You know how that works? I tell you that all the time. I do it mainly so I know what I have, so I can utilize what I have. Otherwise, things are going to go bad. Things are going to have to go in the garbage, and I have trouble with that, obviously. Who wouldn't? So let's take it out and see what we got. Oh, zip it. See what we got here. The drawer. The cheese drawer. Cheese. Oh, look, peppers that I got to utilize. Rolls. Rolls, for my husband's egg roll. I haven't done yet. Cheese, butter. I got lots of butter in here. Holy. I got open cheese. Here's the package of cheese that I couldn't get to before. This is a jalapeno that I have in here that I am not using yet. More cream cheese, butter. I got to put the butter in someplace else because the butter, what happens is it gets lost in here, and then I don't know I have it, and I'm looking for butter. And I was looking for butter the other day, and I took it out of the freezer, and meanwhile I have butter right in the drawer. This is what I'm talking about. It's typical. It's typical stuff that goes on in my house with me. But you know what, guys? Again, not a perfect person. Never will be. I don't expect to be. I don't even know what this is. This is mayonnaise, probably. I don't even know. So you gotta give yourself grace because only God is perfect. So shit. Leftover steak, that that we got at that food store upstate, not great. It really wasn't that good. It was tough. So, it's tip steak. It's tip sirloin steak, but, it has a little fat and doesn't have a lot of fat in it. Steaks that don't have any fat in it are dry. Other than London broil. London broil you cook to a nice, London broil can be tender. But, like, steaks like this, if they don't have a lot of fat, I love a fatty steak. That's just me. But steaks that don't have any fat in them, just are dry. So for the amount I paid, it was worth trying. They were okay, So anyway, I'm gonna save this for the dogs. We'll give them a treat every night with dinner, a little piece, so they'll enjoy it. It won't go to waste. All right, so here's cheese. Look at all the cheese I got. Every time we go to the store, I told you, we go like, do we have enough cheese? Let's just buy one more because we're not sure. And we eat a lot of cheese. Sour cream, I feel like, and cheese are the main staples that I like to have in my refrigerator at all times. Because I feel like sour cream, you put in cakes, you do this, and then if you want a little chips with sour cream or with chili, or, I don't know, I just always have to have an abundance of sour cream in my refrigerator. And I don't even have a lot right now. I think I have, I have this. This is not even, that's not even full. It's not even full. So I think that's all I have. But that makes me nervous. And of course butter. I have to always have butter, milk, Because you can always make a meal like with that kind of stuff too. Sour cream, cheese, all that. If you have certain staples in your pantry and in your refrigerator, then a meal is, a simple meal or a meal can be made. You know that, guys. I don't know what he's barking at out there. They're outside. I think he's barking at Billy. He's barking at his father that's in the driveway. Guys, I'm tired. I don't know what it is. I've been sleeping a lot. I don't know what it is, but I'm really, really just tired. Like, I sleep, I get up, and I don't know. I mean, I have energy, and I have energy. I feel good, but I'm tired. Like, I feel like I could literally go take a nap. What's that about? I don't know. Oh, zip it, Zula. He has leftover salsa. And I have tomatoes there. I gotta make salsa. This is what was left. Gotta make less then. If this is what's left and nobody ate it, I gotta make less. I'll make less, than I normally make. I can't do any other thing than that. I don't know where to put this because it's so liquidy. Like, I don't want to put it in the garbage. Wait 1 second. All right, guys. I emptied like everything out basically, and now what I'm doing is I cleaned out my bottom drawer. Lots of stuff in there that I didn't really know I had that went bad. Parsley and stuff like that. But I'm putting all that in the front now. I have spinach. I have more carrots. I have like 2 things of carrots. Oh, did I tell you what happened with my carrots? Oh, you're not even gonna believe it. I gotta tell you. It was very, very, very upsetting. Because you know me with my carrots. I love those carrots. I was dying for those carrots. And what happened was I made them, for Thanksgiving, for Easter, and it was all good. And the next day, I opened up the refrigerator, and something wasn't, these are deviled eggs, something wasn't sitting right. This is cream cheese. I gotta remember I have cream cheese in here from Easter that we have to utilize. Something was I don't know, it was on the edge. It must have been on the edge of the thing there in the refrigerator. This is what I'm talking about. Well, the whole thing slipped and it came down, and then of course it didn't just fall. The top, it was a Tupperware. Like, I don't even understand it. It hit the floor. It opened up, and all the carrots. And there was a nice amount of carrots in there because Julie and I just eat them. We had a little bit at Easter, just a little, because we have everything else. So I was looking forward to the next day. Nope. No carrots for me. In the garbage, the whole thing. Oh, I was so upset. But I got over it, and I'll make more. But yeah, do you believe that? Oh, I was so mad. I wasn't a happy handler. But, in the long run, it really was my fault because the refrigerator was unorganized. But not really my fault because everybody just sticks stuff in there too. Nobody organizes it but me and my husband. And, they just shove things in there. And it was at the end of that thing. You know how many times we've lost things out like that? Forget about it. We lose so much stuff because the refrigerator gets like that. I try my best, but you can only do what you can do. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that was upsetting, but I got over it. These are going to be garbage, I know that, because you didn't eat them fast enough. Produce, you got to watch it. Look, parsley. Or this is cilantro. This is cilantro that I'm going to make use for my salsa. This is broccoli. That's still good that I have to use. I have asparagus. I'm going to try to utilize those tonight because I don't want asparagus to go bad because, we love asparagus and you have to eat it. I have the stuff in here that I have to make the strombolis with. Haven't gotten to that yet. I'm hoping to get that to probably Thursday. Bologna here for the dogs, for Cooper's medicine. And Brody gets a little treat too. Yes, Gertie gets a little treat too. Jeez. So now at least I know what I have. I took out, actually guys, I had this meat in here. Look, let me show you. Oh, I bought these the other day. Oh, shoot. I should have put these in the freezer because these were reduced sale. God darn it. Sorry, I used God's name in vain. That's a mistake. I'm sorry, God. I repent. I'm so sorry. In the name of Jesus Christ. Oh, God. All right. I'm going to put these in the freezer. Yeah, they're still good because I don't want them to go bad and I'm not making them right away. This, I have some chicken thighs that I'm gonna use up. These are those chicken thighs that I bought, the boneless ones. And then I have these, like I said. These are gonna go in the freezer. Here is my meat. I'm gonna make this tonight, I think. Today I'm gonna start it on the stove and we'll have it tomorrow or, you know, the next day or whatever. But I wanna start cooking that. And I wanna do something like that with the pork because these are the pork ends. But I'm not gonna do that right now. So I'm gonna put them in the freezer and then I can always, you know, I'll just take them out because I don't want, because these were reduced to begin with, so I don't want them to go bad because, you know, they were a quick sale thing. I don't know. So I have this chicken that has to be eaten in the next, by the end of the week, because these, you know, will go bad. I have hot dogs here. I have more peppers. So I'm trying to think what I'm going to make tonight. Last night we got pizza because I was just exhausted last night. I'm sorry about the video. I didn't have a video last night. I actually have a few clips from lunch, so I'm going to put that, I should have just put that in by itself. I might just make that in a separate video or add it to this video, but it was like, there was like two or three small clips and I didn't want to just put that up, so, and I was exhausted last night. So we got pizza and then I had Bible study and I was in bed. I think I went to bed at like 12:30, but I was sleeping on the chair. I was exhausted. I'm telling you lately, guys, like, I'm just so tired. I don't know if it's because I'm going in my head all day, you know, it's just a lot. Anyway, so yeah, so that's why I was absent last night. I was gonna come on and tell you guys, but I was just so tired. Like, I was just so tired. I'm not even kidding. So, it didn't happen. But yeah, you know, once in a while I do take a day off, you know. I need it. I have to. If I don't, then I'm not going to be good for the next day. Or when I feel, when damn it. When I do what my body tells me. If my body says, Linda, okay, you can do this, you can do more, you can do less, you can do more, I do it. If my body's telling me, Linda, get to bed, Linda goes to bed. Because I get very cranky. Ask my hubby. I don't know why I get like very irritable and I'm like, don't nobody touch me, nobody talk to me. I just need my bed. And that's what happens. And I go to bed. I usually I get myself together, I lay in bed, I put my music on, and most of the time, lately, I've been falling asleep during my worship music. I wake up and sometimes it'll be replaying or it's off, you know, so I know that I missed it, whatever, but I just can't help it. I'm exhausted. All right, let's put this in here. We got whipped cream. I don't think everybody, I don't know. That apple crisp didn't really go that very well. You know what it is? Nobody really had, I think Jenny had a little bit. Nobody really ate it after dinner, and so half of it's still in there. I'm not even going to make dessert anymore. They're not going to eat it. I'm not, because it's a waste. It's a waste of my time, and it's a waste of eating food. So, I don't think it was the biggest hit. They prefer cakes, cookies, and brownies. I just made that because it was, I bought the apples for it. And I figured it was a simple, quick kind of dessert for Easter rather than making an apple pie or whatever. Sometimes you just gotta cut corners, and when you cut corners, it doesn't always work out. Guys. All right, so that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Parmesan cheese. Yeah, we got some sour cream here. I'll have to get sour cream tomorrow or whatever. I think this is mine. It's gonna be mine now because I had a refresher that we got before we went into the nail place at Dunkin', but it's all watery and stuff now. Good though. One of those mangoes things. It was so good. Let me put some ice in here. But yeah, because what happened was this morning I was hungry, and I made some bacon, and I had an egg. And what I did was I wanted coffee, but yesterday I had coffee. I had hot coffee, and guys, I had shingella all day. That's my new word for the D word, shingella. It just, my stomach was just not right all day. So it just went into the night, and it wasn't good. And, you know, I had some bad stuff too, like a couple Oreos and a half a donut. So, you know, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. And so when I got up, I really wanted coffee, but there was no way I could have hot coffee because it just, there was no way. So I said, I'm going to have my cold coffee, because my cold coffee, my iced coffees don't bother me. I've never, ever, ever, knock on wood. Guys, please. Come on with this got to the mama thing. I've never had an issue really with the cold coffee unless I eat bad stuff with it, like, you know, cookies or something really sugary. Then I'll get shingella. But I never really had an issue. So anyway, this morning, I said, I'm going to have a small cup. This ain't going to work. A small cup of my iced coffee. So that's what I did. And then not realizing that Julie and I were going to go. And we were going to go to Dunkin' beforehand. So I didn't want to get another coffee, iced coffee. There's no way. So I got a refresher. Oh, be quiet. So that's what I did. So anyway, I'm thirsty now. And so I'm going to drink my Snapple. If I can get the ice in it. There we go. Let's just let this mix up a little bit and get a little cold. Yeah, so I have leftover macaroni here. I have my asparagus. I have these egg rolls. Here's the salami, the egg roll wrappers. I have some pineapple. We have leftover pizza. I was really disappointed because we got pizza last night, and we got it from a place that we don't normally get it from. Frankie said that, oh, they're so good, they're so good, they're so good. It wasn't so good. It was very disappointing, and I was very, very cranky about it. But what are you going to do? So I had one piece, and I had a little bit of what my daughter had. She had penne alla vodka pizza, which was really, really delicious, I have to say. I got sausage and onion, and it wasn't good. It really wasn't good. The only thing that was okay was the crust. The crust was you know, okay. So anyway, that was disappointing. So we got pizza last night, you know, but we normally don't get it from that place. We normally get it from over here by our house. And that's the place, I got news for you, that messed up the that time that we got the wings. We got wings from there, and they were dry, like you could have chiseled them on the wall. And we got it was like $30 literally for like 2 dozen wings or something, and they were awful. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not like a crazy complainer, but I will complain and fight for stuff that's not fair, you know. And that wasn't fair. I mean, that was a lot of money. That was over $30 that we spent, and then you couldn't even eat them. I'm not even kidding. They were dry, hard. They were gross. So I called them up and I said, look, I don't know what this is going on, but these wings, and you know what even is worse about the whole thing? Wait, I'll tell you. You know what's worse about the whole thing, guys? Is that the last time we got wings from there, they were the same way. They were dry and they were awful. And that was like it's got to be over a year probably that happened. A year that happened. And I said, oh, let's just try them, because I was dying for wings. Stupid. But anyway, I called them up and I told them, and they gave us a $30 credit. So about a couple of weeks later, we wanted pizza, and we just got pizza. Because their pizza is fairly good. Their pizza is the type of thing where sometimes it's delicious, and you're like, oh my God, this is the best pizza ever. And then you could get it the next week, and it's like, ew, this is gross, you know? So it's just, I don't know. It's hit or miss with them. It's hit or miss. Be back. Jenny. All right, guys, it was Jenny. And I was telling her to go outside and sit for a few minutes. Because she won't go outside. And where she lives, guys, It's really pretty. It's like where I live. It's really, really pretty. And so you have to force her, though. We're outside. She doesn't want to go outside. So I was making her promise to go outside. She was, Mom, the whole spiel. All right. I'm gonna go outside for a few minutes. Maybe I'll take you out there with me. I'll see. All right, people. So let's get moving. We're gonna make dinner now, okay? What I'm making is something simple. I'm gonna make that noodle kind of chicken creamy mushroom thing that I made a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember exactly what I did, but I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get a piece of paper and pen and write it down because I want to, put it in my book and get moving on my book too. There's a lot of other things going on. I'm going to talk to you guys maybe tonight about it. If I don't talk to you about it tonight, I'll tell you tomorrow probably. But there's something that's really, really, really exciting that's going to happen. And I'm very excited. And yeah, so let me get my knife. Because what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make asparagus, but I'm going to make asparagus in the, I'm gonna roast these asparagus in the toaster oven because I don't have enough room on the stove right now. So I'm gonna cut these up. I'm gonna cut these like this. And what we're gonna do? Oh, I gotta get my olive oil out here because I've been using this because my other olive oil I didn't fill it yet. So yeah, so we're gonna do olive oil. And I'm putting a fairly nice amount because I'm going to rub the asparagus in there. Yeah, these have to be cooked today, otherwise they're not gonna be good anymore. And I'm not wasting asparagus because they're number one, they're expensive. Number two, we love them, and that's why I bought them. They were on sale. I've bought them when they're not on sale, but the majority of the time they're outrageous, but when they're on sale, I like to grab them because we really like them. All right, wait, I gotta mix this up. So. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put, let me see, I think I'm gonna let me get my chopper. I feel like using fresh garlic, but I don't feel like cutting it. So let me get my chopper. It's Frankie. Frankie's not eating this because he doesn't like mushrooms, and I like this with mushrooms. So he has food that he has he made yesterday, so he's gonna have that. So it's not a big deal. Everybody else likes mushrooms except Frankie and Jenny do not like mushrooms. All right, so I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna put a couple because I'm gonna use it for both things. And I like the fresh. Sometimes I'll just use the mince, but sometimes I just want the fresh. All right, let me get the olive oil. I'm gonna put a little olive oil in here. Let me go get it. Give me 1 second, guys. I thought I had it in here. It's empty. That's empty. I'll be right back. All right. I'm just gonna put a drop in here so the garlic has somewhere to go. It's not dry. I don't want that small, but I don't want it huge either. Okay, good. Perfect, guys. Look. I'm gonna put some in here. I don't feel like using my hands right now. No. I'm gonna use my little spoon. Gonna end up using my hands anyway. Should have mixed them up in a bowl, but whatever. Such a beautiful day up here in upstate New York. Guys, we were just sitting outside. I'm telling you, the gazebo and stuff that we have, I'm going to be spending a lot of time out there. I tell you, tonight's Bible study, and I might even sit outside because we have the screen. We have the screen so that, I think we're still going to get a little mosquitoes in there, but Bill, we have to get a couple of candles for the table.
For what?
Citronella.
Yeah, I have the old ones out there, and I don't know how good they are. Though.
Yeah, because I feel like we're still going to, I'm sure that some mosquitoes.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're going to get in there, So, yeah, but anyway, I think I'm gonna do Bible study out there tonight. As long as I have service out there, I'm just gonna use my hands, guys. I'm probably gonna hang out there a little while. And I don't know for how long, we'll see. But I think it'll be nice out there. I'm excited. I'm excited. Alright, so I'm just mixing these. I want to season these up too. Now my hands are full of stuff. Guys, I don't know about you, but I love raw asparagus. If you never tried it, try it. Alright. What's some salt? Garlic tea. So yummy. Pepper. And the garlic powder. And onion powder. Oh, this is not onion powder, it's just plain seasoning. What?
It's on my table.
Oh, thank you. I think I'm going to do Bible study outside tonight.
Okay.
I might, but just, yeah. Thank you. You don't mind me using it?
No.
That's going to be so helpful.
Also, Darren gave you a wire. This
Oh,
is for the
another one?
Keurig.
Oh, okay.
And then, I don't know if you want these. I have these watercolors.
Could you send me that link for that?
I bought it.
Oh, thank you, honey. You didn't have to do that. What is that?
It's watercolors. You put water in this, and it's a paintbrush, and you can dip it in. And
Oh,
it'll be
it
good.
paints?
Yeah, it's
You don't want
paints.
it?
No, it'll
Why?
be good for your drawings.
Okay, thank
I
you.
just don't use them.
Yeah, put it on my shelf in the back in my room. Thank you so much. Where's the garlic powder? Bill, where'd you put the garlic powder?
On the top shelf or the bottom shelf?
Yeah,
It's in
you,
there.
you had to put it somewhere else because it's not where I put it.
It's in your revolving line.
Yeah, I found it,
Yeah, been
honey.
on the garbage can clean.
All right,
You're
garlic
gonna do
powder, guys.
Like,
Not that much because we have garlic in here already, but it's gonna be delicious. All right. So I want to try to flatten these down a little bit. I'm making asparagus too. I'm gonna make. Julie, you wanna make that dish? Remember I made that dish a couple of weeks ago with the mushrooms and the cream and the noodles.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna make that. And I had this asparagus that we have to eat, so I'm gonna roast these in the oven. All right, guys. What I'm gonna do with this is after I cook it, I'm gonna put some grated cheese on it at the end, and it's gonna be so good. Okay. I'm not gonna put those on yet because I want to get this other thing going before I do that. I gotta cut up the mushrooms and then cut up the chicken. You know what I'm gonna start doing? I really think that I'm gonna start doing this. I'm going to start prepping like my chicken, like cutting it up and putting it in the fridge maybe when I bring it home or something. Because a lot of times I just don't feel like cutting it. You know, I have to. But what are you gonna do?
What?
But I'd rather not.
Okay.
But it has to be done, so what are we gonna do? All right, so I'm gonna cut the mushrooms up. This is gonna be a very quick dinner, guys. I mean, I say that and it always ends up being a couple hours, but I don't want it to be. I want to get it done and just. I wanna get it done. I definitely want to do these mushrooms though. I am just a mushroom freak. Yesterday I was eating them raw. My son's like, Mom, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, ugh, you eat mushrooms like raw like that? I'm like, yeah, they're delicious. He doesn't like mushrooms. He's like, oh God, they're fungus. He thinks they're fungus. I mean, really? They are fungus, aren't they? I don't know. Are they, Jules?
If they are, they're good fungus.
Yeah, they are. I love them. Like I said, I can eat them like in the place of meat. I'm not even kidding. Like, I don't know, lately meat is just, I think it's also the Manjaro, which I have to take. The Manjaro is that weight loss pill for, diabetics and for everybody that's using it today. But my appetite has really, really decreased a lot. And so what I'm trying to do is today, I have to admit, the last couple of days I've been bad again. I've been eating Oreos and donut and all that. But I have to get better. I lost 2 pounds actually. I weighed myself, so I am doing better. And I just have to eat better. I just have to eat better. Wait. Yeah, I don't even know what I was talking.
Paper towels.
I lost my train of thought. It happens very easily. Anyway, yeah.
This is not even.
Oh, it's not
Not working really.
because it needs to be refilled. That's why I don't doing
Have
that.
also something like anything.
We don't. I don't. Yeah, yeah. There, you can use.
It's just bathroom
Oh, that's
cleaner.
bathroom cleaner.
It doesn't matter. Something just
Yeah,
spray. Just enough to
bathroom
spray.
cleaner is good.
I think just spray.
Yeah.
It smells.
I gotta do. I'm gonna do vinegar and water too. I'm gonna set up a solution like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I gotta do that. Again, I lost my thought. My train of thought. All right, so I just gotta get these mushrooms cooked.
Is it working?
Joel, can you do me a favor and
1
go?
second.
Yeah. I'm gonna get noodles. What was I saying? So I have some really exciting news. Very exciting news. Okay, guys, you know, a lot is going on with me. You know that I'm doing my recipe book, okay?
What do you need, Mom?
Just get me the bag of noodles that are back there, just one bag, please. You know that I'm doing my recipe book, right? I'm doing that. I'm trying to focus on, Create with Linda is my first love. It'll always be my first love. And I'm continuing to do Create with Linda as much as I do it, and all thank you, and all of that. But since you guys know that I have been inserted by the Holy Spirit, Christ is my Savior, Jesus Christ is my Savior, I have asked him, what is my purpose? And he has shown me what my purpose is. He reveals it. After a while, he will reveal it to you. I prayed on it, and I wondered, and I this, I that, and yesterday, I discovered what my purpose is. First of all, my first purpose is to serve him. That's my purpose, really. That's the one and the most important purpose in the world over everything, everybody. Okay, so that's the beginning of it. Then the second thing is, I have realized that I love to help people. And I want to help people who are in my position and who have been in my position that have suffered and are suffering like I have. Now, the only way, God bless you, the only way I could do that is by experience. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a degree. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a grief counselor, all of that with a degree. But I do have life experience in this area. As you guys know, my daughter has a disability, Jennifer Rose. She's 35, going to be 36 in a couple of days. Believe me, she keeps telling me. And the trials and the tribulations that we have had raising her, and from us being told her diagnoses to today has been a whirlwind. And the experiences that I have and that I have gone through and I have used to cope and to handle, and our family cope and handle it and go through it, because you got to go through it. You're going to go through it. Like, I know for me, I wouldn't have gave my child away. Like, people, years and years ago, they would put him in institutions. No. Anyway, she didn't need to do that. Anyway, but whatever. It's just, I encountered so many people that have gone through it and that I know and that are going through it and all of that stuff. And I feel like through my experiences, I can help people. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm launching a new page besides Create with Linda. Create with Linda is its own entity, has nothing to do with this new page. I will speak about some of it on here and probably speak a little bit about Create with Linda on the other page. That doesn't matter. There's no cooking on it or anything like that, or no, whatever. It's just about the subject. And the name of it is, should I tell the name before I put it up?
No.
No?
If you want to.
I don't know what to do. What do I do, guys? Let me think about it. What do you think I should do? Should I tell you the name? I'm excited about it.
Tell them the name.
All right, my son-in-law convinced me. It is. Ready, guys?
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll. A place to come. Cute, right? Yeah, a place to come because that's exactly what I want it to be. I want it to be a place that people could come and vent and have no judgment and talk about their issues with their adult children, newborns. You know, there's so many people that have gone through it. How can we not tell our experiences? Our experiences are our lives. You know what I mean? I can tell you, like, you know, for instance, if somebody says, you know, I'm having this issue with my 5-year-old, he won't do this, he won't do that. You know, it's this, and you know, I could give my advice. Now again, it's all experience advice. You don't have to take it. You don't have to go by anything. And if you want to always check it out, you know, check it out with your doctor or whatever. And I'm gonna be doing a lot of information too. I'm gonna be researching, and I'm gonna be giving a lot of information, true information, you know, and I'll do a disclaimer beforehand, you know, saying I'm not a doctor, you know, all that. It's just about moms and parents and fathers and caregivers that have issues and that need some advice and some help. You know, the way I do something, maybe will help the way with my child, the way I did something to try to get them to cooperate, or, you know, maybe try this, try that. It could work for your child, and maybe it won't, but maybe then you could get advice. Oh, this is what I do for my kid. This is what I did for my kid. This helped with my child. So, you know, it's all information that's going to help each other. And if you want a shoulder to cry on, if you want to vent, if you want to, you know, scream and yell and cry, you know, I'm going to do lives. I'm definitely going to do some lives. Not in the beginning, but just until I get, you know, settled. I'm definitely going to do some lives. And I might even do like a local like group outside of the home. I might do that too. It just depends on everything. But I have a lot of plans, guys. And my first thing is I want to come on. I want to, you know, I don't know how to do a podcast or anything like that, but I could do lives. I think doing a live maybe once a week or something like that, in addition to posting and doing videos and speaking to everybody, I think that's going to be really helpful. So comment down below if you're interested in that, or if you think people will be interested in that. I'm not doing this to make money, to get subscribers. I couldn't care less. I'm doing it because I am doing it from the goodness of my heart. I want to help people. And it's not to make me feel good. I'm doing it to serve the Lord, because the Lord is telling me, Linda, take your gifts and serve me. And that's what I'm doing. God wants you to serve him. I'm not trying to serve myself to make myself feel good. No. I'm serving other people because I want to help other people. It's not for me to say, pat myself on the head or pat myself on the back and to say I'm such a great person. No, it's not about me. It's about the Lord, serving the Lord and serving and helping people. And that's where I'm at. So a place to come. It's gonna be so good. I already made it up. I just have to like decorate it and stuff like that. I'm very anxious to get it up, so I'm gonna try to get it up for the weekend. So a place to come, guys. A place to come. I hope everybody comes. You know, even if you don't have a disabled child, you want to talk about an experience that you've had, or you want to talk about your compassion for somebody, or maybe you want to learn something. You don't have to have a disabled child. It's just a place to come, to vent, to talk, to learn and experience, guys. I love it. I'm so excited. That's it. All right. Let's put the noodles in. Julie, how many noodles should I
All
have?
of them.
And then if I have them left over, you're going to eat it? No, you're not going to eat it a second time. I don't remember. Why, was it enough?
Make how much you made last time.
Oh, I don't even know how much that is. Alright, let's put these noodles in here. This pot is probably not big enough. Shoot. Oh boy, that wasn't a good choice, was it? Alright guys, let me switch the pot. Look, that pot isn't big enough, god darn it. Where's my other pot? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Ow, but you live and you learn, guys. You live and you learn. Alright, let's put this on. I'll put water in it. Be fine. Let me put some hot water in it. You know, guys, in the kitchen, you make mistakes. And it's okay, because, like, you know, it's your kitchen. You could do what you want. You could fix it. You could not fix it. You could do it over again. You know how many times I've done stuff, I had to do stuff over again? We don't even want to go there. But yeah, it's not a big deal. You just go with the flow. I'm going to put the asparagus on in a minute, because the asparagus aren't going to take long. I want them to be kind of done right when we eat. But you know, I say this is a quick meal, and yeah, it is a quick meal, but it still takes you know, a while to make a quick meal. That makes sense. So yeah, I'm just thrilled. I am so thrilled. And you know what, guys? I have a lot on my plate. Like, I really do. I have a lot on my plate because it's a lot of stuff that I want to do. But, you know, I'm just going to do it what my priorities are going. Like, right now,
Meet outside.
You going outside?
Yeah.
Right now, the recipe book is like on the top of, is I would say it was number one. Well, Create with Linda, number one. Well, no. Serving God is the number one thing, okay? Number two would be Create with Linda, my family, and number three is a place to come, and number four is my recipe book. They're all in the line. It's the top five, you know. But I'm just gonna do what I can do as I do it. You know, I absolutely love to create and all that and do all that. You know, that stuff like the my art, my drawing and my coloring and my, you know, all that stuff. And I'll fit that in well when I want to. And you know, there are times I'm just gonna say, you know what, I'm taking a couple of days. You know the way I go, guys. Once I'm really spent and really tired, and then I will take a couple of days when I'm forced to because I'm so tired. But it'll all happen. I'm just gonna be very, very peaceful about it, and I'm going to do what God leads me to do. And He's leading me right now to set up this page. I already spoke with a friend today who is a very close friend, and I know for Jenny's friend since they were 5 years old in Challenger baseball when they were younger. You know, they're both disabled, and she's going through kind of like a process that I'm going through, that I went through with Jennifer at this stage now. And I was talking to her because it's rough. It's you know, planning and for their future and everything. It's not easy. So I'm putting like 2 tablespoons of butter in here, guys. Yeah. It's rough. You know, it's not an easy transition. So anyway, I was talking to her today, and and it was just, you know, I felt God in me just saying, Linda, you know, keep going. Like just do. This is what this is what your purpose is. This is what you're supposed to do, you know? And I'm just very, very... What?
How long's it there?
I would say no later than 6. Probably going to eat by 6. Yeah. It's what God's telling me to do. All right. I'm wondering, should I put onions in this? I always do. Yeah, let me get an onion. All right, let's do the... No, let me get an onion, guys. I'll be right back. People, you know what aggravates me? When you cut an onion open and the onion's bad? I just cut the onion. I need new knives desperately. These knives are going to kill me. And it was bad. A big fat onion. That makes me so murder. Yeah, but it's nature. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, I didn't time I did not time the noodles, so I have to guess, but it says 8 to 9 minutes, so I put it on, I set the timer for 7 minutes, probably in about 2 to 3 minutes, so it'll be fine. So, yeah. So I'm gonna do the onions, the garlic, and then we'll put the mushrooms in, and then I'll cut the chicken up quick. And like I said, all we gotta do, I have everything that I need for this. Oh God, I wanted to write it down. I'm such a, I just can't, guys. Just can't. I gotta get my pen and paper. Because I really, really, really want to write this down because I really, really, really want to put it in my recipe book, in my cookbook. Do you ever have days that you just feel like doing everything really fast? And like you just don't, like I feel like today's a day where I feel like using my chopper for everything. I'm just not in the, not that I'm not in the mood. I'm in the mood. I enjoy doing this stuff, you know that. But I just feel like not doing a big thing. And I sat there in my sanctuary, outside, and I thought, what am I gonna make for dinner? I'm sick of chicken. I'm sick of beef. Not that I'm sick of beef. I really don't have a lot of beef, but I had chopped meat yesterday. You know, I don't know. I'm just tired of everything. When I think about what I'm gonna eat, I'm like, what am I gonna eat? You know, I think it's a lot of it, guys, is from my is also from the Manjaro shot that I'm taking, because it gives you, it lessens your appetite, and that's the whole purpose. Because I need my appetite lessened. Like I said, I already lost 2 pounds, which I'm excited about. You know, the thing with the sleeve is that for myself, guys, I absolutely need, and want to, obviously, I have butter in here, like I said, as manage it, keep the weight off, obviously. But in reality, like I told you guys, and I'm not embarrassed to say it, and I'm not going to be, this is about truth, okay? That's one thing you're gonna get on A Place to Come is truth, because truth is the most important thing, because if you don't deal with truth, you can't deal with anything. You're living a fake life. You really are, you know? So anyway, I said to myself when I had this surgery, okay guys, let's put onion, garlic. Probably not gonna use all this garlic in here. I said to myself when I had this surgery, I was 290 pounds. Now if you're new here, you haven't seen a picture of me, or you don't go back on my videos and look at my videos, you will see how heavy I was. I was heavy, I was unhealthy, and I felt awful. Okay, I felt awful. So, but I knew for myself, because I am a foodie. I grew up being a foodie. My family is Italian. Everything was based around food. That's God's honest truth. Food was love, food was family, food was everything. And that's how I grew up, and I really enjoyed it. And I found myself loving to prepare and to do all that, you know? So anyway, that's how I feel about, that's my life, okay? So I knew when I was gonna have this surgery that it was gonna be more of a crush for me. No, it was a solution to me not dying a young age, and at being healthier and healthy and all that. It was a solution for me. I gotta make sure I don't overcook these noodles, because if you overcook them, you're gonna have mush. I don't want mush. I want a nice, you know, al dente. So but I knew in my head, because I'm a food hoarder, number one. Number two, I'm a food addict, honestly. I love food. I love my food. It comforts me. So I knew it was going to be a crutch for me. It was going to be a way for me to lose all that weight quickly, and then I would have to manage it. And I honestly, I'll tell you the truth, I honestly started out as, I lost 150 pounds in the beginning, and I was down to 143. Okay, from 292 to 143. Okay, that's like 100. I think, Bill,
What?
do 292 take away 143.
Hold on, I gotta put my calculator.
All right, guys, we're gonna put the mushrooms in now. As soon as you start smelling.
292 minus what?
143.
149.
Okay, so I lost 149 pounds, okay? I say 150, guys, that's it. But yeah. So I said to myself, what you're gonna do is, you're gonna give yourself, because I was, I lost it and then I would gain a couple of pounds here and there and I was stressing out at it. I would go to the scale every day and my husband was like, Lynn, you can't keep going to the scale. You're gonna go up and down. So I decided to myself, you know what? You're right. I'm not gonna stress about this because this is my life now. I am so proud of myself. I lost all this weight, yes, with help, but it wasn't an easy thing. People think, oh, the sleeve's so, Alexa, stop. The sleeve is so easy. No, you try it. It's not easy. It's not the easy way out. Okay, that's the first thing. So another minute. Alexa, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute,
Okay.
starting now.
So what I did was, I said to myself, okay, what you're gonna do is, I'm putting this on a high flame because mushrooms have to be cooked on a high flame in the beginning so they get crispy because they will, they're gonna give off water and the water's gonna make it soggy. So I want the flame high so I can get the mushrooms to caramelize a little bit. It'll happen. And I have butter in here. Did I put olive oil in here? I think I put a little bit of olive oil and butter. So what I said to myself was, again, I'm going to give myself 10 pounds. I'm not going to panic if I don't want to go over the 10 pounds. So I was 143, so I said, I'm going to give myself to 153. If I get on the scale and I'm 145 or 148, there was a time when I was eating bad stuff. When you eat bad stuff, and you don't exercise and all that, you're going to gain a little weight. And I can feel it. Alexa, stop. I can feel it because I have a very tiny frame. And you could notice if I gained 10 pounds, and I knew right away, I'm like, oh my God, I think I gained some weight. And you could even see it in the videos, it's weird how you can tell, But I said to myself, oh, I know, I'm gonna weigh myself, I'm gonna see what I get, I guarantee you I gain weight. And before I knew it, I was like 148, and then I was at 153 a week ago. So I said, okay. 153. That's my limit. So I got the shot, and that's just a helpful hint or whatever. But I knew right then that I gotta watch it. I gotta slow down. I gotta get those even at least 5-8 pounds off. Because I don't want to get to the point where it's gonna be too late again. Because I'm telling you that I will not survive that. I cannot live in that big body again. I can't. And the only reason is because I was so uncomfortable. Let me get the straightener out, guys. Hubby, can you do it? Can you strain for me?
What?
Can you strain the noodles for me in a minute?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Don't say oh my God to me.
Everything you do.
Yeah, you gotta do everything. You gotta do everything. See, this is what I mean. I'm gonna start prepping chicken because I hate cutting up chicken. I really do. I'm putting chicken in it.
Oh, did you put mushroom in it?
I always put chicken in it. So guys, yeah, so and it's funny because people, and especially family, leave it to your closest family to, say something. Like, I'm not gonna say who. What? Yeah. And oh my God, Lynn, did you gain weight? You look like you gained a little weight. I'm like, what? And I got immediately defensive because I'm like, you know what? I've lost 150 pounds. Don't even sit here and tell me that, I right away I'm going at it because I'm like, I'm not fat again, I'm not heavy again, this and that. I don't think I even did that. So, I got very defensive over it. But then, I said, and then what they said to me was, you know what it is? Not that you're heavy again or anything like that, but you noticed it because you were so thin, and my frame is so small, and 10 pounds is a lot on my frame. So seeing me at 140 and then seeing me at 153 is a noticeable thing. So I was like, I'm sorry that I got defensive, I felt bad because it wasn't anything that, it was natural, So I just have to mix this, guys, because I don't want this to burn now because I have garlic in here. So that's the thing. When you have a smaller frame and you if you gain a little bit of weight, you notice it. And like I said, I even noticed it on myself. So yeah, so that's the whole thing. But it's good because I know, I'm setting limits for myself. Like, we were on the cruise, and, I was drinking sangrias and just, whatever, and just enjoying myself, And, not that I didn't care, but I was letting myself enjoy myself. That was the purpose, And I knew that I would gain a little bit of weight, but I really didn't. When I came back, I think I was the same weight that I left at. So, all the walking and the exercise, the walking and stuff you do on vacations, you do more walking than anything. It just evened it out. But what I'm saying is, I am going to give myself a little bit of leeway because I figure, you know what, maybe this is irrational thinking, but I'm thinking, you know what, I was almost 300 pounds. I was almost 300 pounds. Even if I did gain, let's say 30 pounds in my lifetime, I'm still doing good, and it's still going to help my health and all of that. And honestly, guys, I don't like being criticized. Like, even when my family says, "Oh, I notice you're eating." Family, I notice you're eating a little bit more than like you used to. You got to be careful. Everybody just has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody thinks they know what they're talking about. And I used to be like, you know what? I'm not even going to argue. I'm not even going to explain. I explained it a few times. They don't seem to get it, so I just let it go over my head because I know what I have to do for myself. And that's it. I'm the one that has to be happy. I'm the one that has to live in this body. And I'm the one that is the one that will suffer for the weight gain. And people do gain the weight back. A lot of people gain all their weight back. So it can happen. So I get it. I get how my family, gets and just is concerned. And that's fine. They're family. Anybody can get concerned. I get concerned for myself. But, ultimately, guys, and in any way, shape, or form, it's my life. And again, I have to live with it. So, that's what I'm doing. I give myself a leeway. Because you know what? Being on Weight Watchers, being on keto, being on this, being on that, you have to, not that you have to have a cheat day, but you have to have a break where you can be a normal person or want to, have this, have that if you're on vacation, yada, yada, you want to live your life. You want to live a good quality life. Even if you have to diet or whatever, or keep, watch your weight for your health and salt and blood pressure and this and diabetes and sugar, all this stuff, you still want to enjoy your life and have a good quality of life. And that's your choice, how you want to live it. And that's it. All right, so I'm cutting this chicken out. I have a few thighs here. I might as well just use it because you know what's going to happen to this? It's going to go in there and it's going to rot. It'll rot because you know why I know it'll rot? Because I had 2 chicken breasts in there that I found today in the refrigerator that I didn't remember I had. I thought they were going to be good. I opened up the bag and there you go. Bad. So I had to throw it out. So, that gives me a little angst. That makes me a little anxious. But, guys, I'm not perfect. The only person in this world that's not even in this world, only person that's perfect is God. There's nobody perfect in our world, in the world we live in. That's it. So you got to give yourself some grace. I make a lot of mistakes in life, and I repent, and I'm not a perfect person. Right on this video, I said God in God's name in vain like 3 times, and I'm constantly repenting. I'm sorry, God. I'm trying to trying my best to keep my mind focused on him, and I try, and that's all you can do. That's all you can do. All right, let's get this mixed up. Thanks, Bill. All right, let me wash my hands, guys. Bill, thanks. I hate when he doesn't respond to me. Billy,
What?
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, honey.
I hate when you don't respond.
I didn't hear you.
No, I know you didn't hear me. That's why I said it twice. Alright, I like to put this in here. I gotta wash my hands first. I should have told him to put it right back in the pot. What I'm gonna do is put it right back in the pot. Because then I'm gonna put butter on it, guys. I'm not gonna touch the noodles or anything. So I made a pound because my daughter loves these noodles and she likes them on pound, and so do I. And a pound is really not even that much for 4 people. And 3, 2 men. Frank, like I said, Frankie's not eating this. Not even a lot of noodles, but All right, just scrubbing my hands. Gotta wash your hands after you handle chicken, people. Chicken. All right, let's get butter. I'm gonna use a little bit less butter and some olive oil because I'm trying to, I want to tell you something, guys. Guys, it's a year today that my husband had his heart attack. It was April 21st. April 22nd. Last year that he had his heart attack. So I praise the Lord. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for putting him in the position of saving him and giving us more time with Bill and just with our family. And it's only by you, God, that it happened. Only from you, nothing else. Thank you for making the doctors, to do what they had to do to help him and to make him well and better. And I praise you, Lord, for everything and every day of his life and our life. Thank you so much. Mwah. Praise to the Lord, because that's who did it. That's who did it. So we have our hubby, thank God, And so yeah, it was a year ago. A year ago today. I thought for some reason that it was longer. I don't know why. But yeah. So yeah. So thank God, we're good. Just pray and just keep praying that it stays that way, and we try to be a little bit vigilant. And so I'm trying to do better in the kitchen with that kind of stuff. Not perfect. I'm certainly not perfect, and then I got to do even better. But he's he likes things a certain way and all that. So it's not only me. I mean, I can try to sneak in as much as I can. I do differently as best as I can, So yeah. So anyway, guys, 1 year. That was a hard time. Thank God I had I had so much support from my family and my friends and my YouTubers, my YouTube friends, everybody. I couldn't have done it with all the support I had from you guys. God, of course, number one, and then everybody else right there with me. So thank you. Yeah. So I'm going to put a little bit of butter in the noodles. So I have to put something in there. All right. And then we'll put some seasonings in there. Let's put some, I'll put some garlic and onion in here. Where is my garlic and onion powder? It's out here. Oh shit, the asparagus. Oh shoot, the asparagus. Linda. Alright.
Oh, Linda.
It'll be perfect timing, guys. Look at that, the chicken's becoming all caramelized. Yeah. It's funny because our light bulb went out here, and I'm still waiting for my husband like a week now to get me a light bulb.
Really?
He keeps forgetting. But it actually happens to be good because I can put one of the lights on and then there's no glare.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. But what am I gonna if I have a light bulb in there, then I can't do that, right? No, because it's one light. So I can't do that. Now, guys, when I start putting the liquid in, this is when you have to get all that stuff up, right? I call it the gunk. But it's good gunk. That's where all the flavor is. If you're new here, if you haven't watched my videos, that's where all the flavor is. You've got to get that stuff up. And if you don't, you don't. It's fine. It's still gonna be good, but it's extra good with that stuff. That's all the flavoring that's caked. Ooh, this pan is hot. That's caked on this in this pan. All right, so let's do. We have fresh garlic in here, so let's not go crazy on the garlic because we don't want it over garlic. Let's go with onion powder, of course. Then what I'm going to do is, ooh, I just love mushrooms. I love them. All right, did I do pepper? I'll do some more pepper. I'm not going to do any more salt because I'm going to put the, ow. I'm not going to do any more salt because I'm going to do the steak seasoning. We're going to do a little bit of the steak seasoning, let the chicken cook a little bit longer, and then we're going to start with us making the sauce. The sauce. Okay. Alright. A place to go, guys. A place to go. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh boy, these are sticking together. Shoot. A place to go. So did I tell you that? Yeah, I told you earlier me and Julie went and we got pedicures, right? I don't really want to show my feet. I feel a little uncomfortable showing my feet. Should I show my pedicure, Bill, or no?
What?
Should I show my pedicure on my video? No. Julie said no.
No one wants to see your feet.
Yeah, no one wants to see your feet. Look, she's already, look. Woo! She's already over here picking at the noodles, see? They can't see you. Look, this is what she does. She's a picker, and she gets it from her mother. Especially with the sleeve, we pick. We that's what we do because we eat little meals. We don't eat a lot at one time. We can't, you know. So we're just pickers. We're pickers. That's okay. Guys, I'm gonna make up little flowers. Little flyers. I have something special that's going to be on the flyer. I'm so excited. I got to get moving on it. I'm telling you, I can't sleep at night because I have so much going on in my head that I want to do. It's horrible. I'm going to actually put this on the burner on low because I want to keep this a little warm because the noodles, I feel like, are getting a little bit, they're a little, you know. So good. So good. Oh my God. Oh, ow. I keep doing that. I leave the spoon there and then I go to touch the spoon and it burns me. All right, guys, this is it right here. Look at this. Look. You see all the gunk? All right, so what I'm going to do, and I know this looks really weird, but I'm going to lower this. I don't have any vegetables in here, huh? What should I do with that? Guys, look what I'm going to do. We're going to take a frozen corn with the butter in it already. Okay, look, this is how you cut corners too. Look. These I got on sale, 99 cents, I told you. I'm going to put this in the microwave. And then I'm going to add that into it. I'm going to lower the flame on this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut it in a minute. Because I don't want, I need to put the cream in. And I don't want the cream to curdle or burn. So it has to be off of the flame. I'm going to shut this for a minute. Off of the flame. And I'm going to put, right now, I'm going to put a drop of water in here so I can get a lot of that gunk off. I know it's gross calling it that, but that's what it is. It's not gook. Get all that yumminess off. That's what I really should say. Just a little bit of water. And I can do that with when I do the cream and stuff too, but it doesn't matter. I wanna get that stuff off, like, so that really helps the water, you see? You just scrub. You just scrub. You just scrape. And use a wooden spoon, obviously, on your pans, unless you want, you know, your pans to be all scratched up. Not me. This is pans from Lily. Lily got me these beautiful, beautiful, heavy, amazing pans that I use every single day, and I'm so grateful. And I love it, and I love her. She's become one of her family have become one of my closest friends. It has nothing to do with materialistic things or anything like that. She's just the most beautifulest person, and I love her to death. She got me these. She got me that silver, that other set down there, the stainless steel. She gave me the dehydrator that she wasn't using. She just is just. I'm just in awe of her, in awe of her, and I love her, and she's so warm and loving. Okay, thank you, Lily. I love you. You know that. Okay. So let's get the cream so we can put the cream in there. All right, now what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna put, this is kind of like an Alfredo, okay? So I'm gonna add the cream, I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this bottle, and I'm gonna mix it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna put milk. I'm gonna put milk in this too. Well, hello, Linda. Hello? Oh, shoot. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It actually shut off. The microwave shut off already, and it went all out.
Not everything's dead.
Not everything's
Oh,
dead?
wait, no. No, not everything's dead. Well, just a fuse.
Yeah, the fuse.
I'll
All right, guys, I
get it, Linda.
blew a fuse. Kind of felt like that was gonna happen, but I thought maybe it wouldn't. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, this is gonna be like an Alfredo, so I'm gonna scrape too, guys. See all that on the side there? Woo! I'm going to put some Parmesan cheese in here. I don't know. I don't see, no, you didn't do it. Oh, yes, you did. Yeah, okay. Okay.
I read the internet and everything else.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna make it like an Alfredo. So I'm gonna put milk in it. I'm gonna put a nice amount of grated cheese. That's why I don't go crazy with the salt. I don't think I put steak seasoning in here either. I always forget. Like I
Where's
say,
the
I
chicken?
do it. Let me give you a small piece because I gotta make sure it's done. You want to? Oh, you wait.
And a
I
piece
know
of
you.
mushroom.
I know you like it all off the wooden spoon, right?
Yeah.
He
yeah,
loves
yeah.
meat and stuff off the
yeah.
wooden spoon. He hates it.
Yeah, you're funny.
Watch this, guys. Watch.
No. Stop.
Because I tease him. I do it. It's got to be Jennifer.
No, that's the internet police.
No, it's Jennifer. I don't know where the mushroom is yet.
I'll just give you anything.
I'll be back, guys. All right, it was Jenny. She wanted to ask me something. So I put this back on for Lois. I gotta wait until I got 2 minutes more with the corn, so I'm gonna wait a minute for that. But I'm gonna let this come to a boil,
just blow up the entire.
and I'm gonna put, like I said, I only put a drop of salt in here. So I'm gonna put probably about a half a cup of grated cheese. Let's put a little bit of Italian seasoning in it because it is kind of Italian.
Don't.
So and more flavor. More flavor. Flavor. That's the name. Flavor is part of my game.
You go rapper now?
A little bit of the steak seasoning. I'm losing it.
Darren has a good song you can sing.
Don't even
Yes,
sing.
I do.
You sing that song and you'll be divorced from me.
I married you. I didn't marry you.
He's bad. He has a few things that are not appropriate.
Everything about me is not appropriate.
Yeah, that's true. Everything
I
about
like
Darren.
this song.
Everything about Darren is not appropriate. Mostly everything. Yeah, I would say everything. All right, so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna add a little bit of milk because this is gonna get thick once this starts boiling, guys. You know what I'm gonna do with the corn? I'm gonna put the corn right in there instead of cooking the corn because it's just about it's more than halfway cooked.
Should have played that song at your wedding.
Huh?
Yeah, could you imagine? You're bad. How come nobody's eating my apple crisp? That's it. That's the last time I made that.
When did you make it? Yesterday?
Yeah. Nobody even ate dessert. Yeah, guys. So the asparagus is cooking. So Jenny's coming tomorrow. She's been coming once a week, and she was here Sunday for Easter Sunday. Guys, this looks so yummy. You can even add a little mozzarella to this. Woo! Alright, let's put this thing on low back there. I'm going to keep it on low. I'm going to put some, I'm just going to keep mixing, and I don't want it to, I don't want it to cook or burn or anything, but I want it to stay a little bit warm. I'm going to put this on there now. Yeah, my husband hates when I lick the wooden spoon. It literally makes us cringe. He cringes when I do it. Alright, let's put the corn in here.
What is it?
How could you go wrong, guys? Look at that. Buttered corn. Woo! Gotta season the corn, so we're just gonna add a little bit of salt on top of the corn, and then we'll do pepper,
I'll do it.
and let this come to a boil.
Yeah.
Let me ask Julie just to text. If you have a minute, can you text Casey's number to Jenny, please? Thank you, honey.
And not just for the one time. Over the years, I've actually used the mental picture of that night as lighter fluid when I'm, barbecuing alone.
All right, let's mix this up. The corn's in here already, so that's fine because the corn, like I said, was almost done. So, all right, I don't know. I mean, it looks really creamy right now, but I like we like it very creamy. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna put the noodles in with it. There are times that I will put the whole meal together, but I think a lot of times too when you do that, it sucks up the sauce. I got corn on my arm. And it sucks up the all the sauce. So we're very saucy people. We're saucy. Let me lower this a little bit because I don't want it to burn. I don't want that asparagus to burn. So I'm gonna lower the flame. Yeah. So let me get the milk, and we'll add a little bit of milk to that, and then I'll taste it. I'll taste the sauce and see how it is. Let's take this out of there so we don't burn ourselves for the 40th time. Let me just do some throwing out while I'm So guys, I think I'm gonna see how it goes. I think I'm going to do Bible study outside. I'm gonna see how I feel. I'm gonna start out there. I'm not gonna do it in the middle. If I start out there, I can start out there, and then I can always come in. It's not a big deal if I want to. I'll see how I feel. All right, let me throw this stuff out. Oops, didn't get the mail. Alright, so guys, all we have to do is wait for the asparagus, and that's just about done. Yeah, so there we go. That's a nice amount. And then if you want, you can put a little bit of bouillon in it. If you taste it and you feel like it needs a little bit more flavor, you can put a little chicken or beef broth in here just to give it a little flavor, a little more flavor. Alright, so still scrape because I feel stuff sticking, Just watch the flame because you don't want to overcook it. I'm going to lower it on the lowest thing. But but I also want it to still come up to a little bit of a boil, so I think I'm gonna put it back on medium. Let it go on medium, I could cover it, I'll take that off of there, and let it come up to a little flame for a couple of minutes, a little simmer, and then I'll taste it. And I use chicken thighs, which is the best chicken to use because it's so tender. Corn's a nice little add-on. Broccoli. I have broccoli in there. Should have added it, but that's all right. I have broccoli in there. You could add string beans. You could add carrots. You could add whatever you want. All right, let's put that there, and we'll let that simmer. This is getting nice and warm. Yeah, nice, guys. I love pepper on my noodles too. Here's some pepper.
You always wanted this. Go ahead. Here's your chance. Give her your little adjustment. Maybe you're having a good time with my sister. I'll have a good time with your brother.
Yeah.
Don't be coy with me, Charlie. You know the box had sexual tension between us.
I thought it was just regular.
I see you looking at my chest.
All right, guys, that's really good. All right, let's see now. Let's see how it tastes. I might have to add a little bit of. Let's just blend it a little. Let's just whisk it a little bit, you know. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. Don't know where you're going, and I don't know why. Listen to your heart before he tells you goodbye. Oh my God. Guys, that's amazing. That is so good. It really is delicious.
I'm ready.
Why? Why, you gonna eat when you're done?
I'm starving.
Ah, okay. You don't eat a lot at the same time. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit more cheese. It definitely needs a little bit more. To me, it needs a little bit more salt. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of cheese and a little drop of salt. Now the thing is when this sits, it's gonna, when I cover it and do it, it's gonna get thicker, and I don't want to lose all that. I don't want to lose all that juice, all that sauce. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of water and just give it a mix, and it's fine. It won't do anything. It's not gonna do anything but give it a little bit more body, and just loosen it up a little bit. And by the time we eat it, it'll be thick again. So I just want to make sure there's enough sauce because, like I told you people in this house, we are sauce people. Everybody loves the sauce. This is just about here. The noodles we just want warm because this is going to be hot, So there, so it's, there we go. I'm going to let that simmer on low and for about another 2 minutes, and then we're going to shut it off. And everything is done. Oh God, let me go get the asparagus. I hope it's not overcooked. I hate when I cook things over there because sometimes I just forget what's going on over there. Where's the other thing? Let's go get the asparagus and see what the story is. What I say I was gonna do, I was gonna put some grated cheese on here, right? Where's the little thingy? Where is my tongs that I had? Okay. Ooh, nice, guys. Look. I think I'm going to put a little bit of butter on here. Because I didn't put butter, I just put olive oil. Ow. Oh, they're hot. Oh, God, so good. So good! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. And the grated cheese. Now, if you don't want to add the grated cheese, don't. You don't have to. You can add something else that you want to add. I don't know. You could even add the lemon. I mean, anything. Anything you want. You don't have to do what I do. It's just a concept. What everybody else does is a concept. Like they'll show you, oh, this is how I make chicken. This is how I make, spaghetti. This is how I make sauce. And you do it the way you want to do it. If you want to change it up, change it up. It's your kitchen. You can do whatever you want. Okay? I'm going to shut the back noodles too because I don't want the noodles to get all dried out. Okay? And what you can even do is this. Look. So you don't want to so you want the noodles to stay nice and moist. You take some of this juice here. Okay, I don't want to spill it all over the stove because my husband cleans the stove. He's such a good husband. Hubby cleans the kitchen, but the kids are going to do it now too because Mom and Dad set the law. We set the law. So there you go. So just give it a little, a little mix. We used to do that like with our pasta. My mom, we would just put a little sauce in the pasta and then mix it up just to keep it, moist and all that. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. All right, but there we go, guys. There we go. Dinner. Dinner is...
I'm a coming, my love, yeah.
Oh no, he's singing, guys. That's all right. I love to hear him sing. I'm grateful. There we go. Dinner in the Create with Linda house. A place to come, guys. A place to come. I'm so excited. All right, let me get up my plate and I will come back and show you my plate. All right, guys, here we go. This is it right here. It is absolutely amazing, delicious. Everything is so good. And then, yeah, it's got heavy cream in it, milk and all that, but it's not such a bad dinner. Asparagus is really healthy, so that's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there was a lot today talking about my new channel and all that, but like I said, nothing's going to change on Create with Linda. I'm still going to be here, and I'm going to be present just like I always am. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the notification button with the bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. And don't forget to subscribe, because when you subscribe, it really does help my channel grow. And I love all of you and appreciate it. And thank you so much for coming into my home and creating with me and listening to all my chats and everything like that. Like and share. And I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys. Love you. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. I'm coming on, guys. It is Monday, and it's around 1:15, and I just felt like something like, what's the word? Protein. I wanted to make something with vegetables, and I have some chopped meat. I think I'm just going to make like a concoction, just throw it in here, and so there's garlic, mushrooms, zucchini, and broccoli in here. All good nutritious stuff. So I told you guys I'm trying to eat better, trying to do better. So yeah, so I'm craving something like this. So I'm going to, I have chopped meat over there. I'm going to get the chopped meat. I'm debating whether to do chicken. I don't want to do chicken because I do chicken all the time. So I want something different. So I think I'm going to do chopped meat. It'll be good. And I have rice in there. Maybe I'll throw a little bit of rice in there. I don't know. I'll be right back, guys. All right, people. So, here I am. I cooked the vegetables a little bit. Now I have the chopped meat in here, and I just seasoned it up with garlic powder, onion powder. Oh, I gotta get the steak seasoning. And and salt and pepper. I'm gonna let this cook up a little bit. Now I don't want my chopped meat overcooked. I'm gonna cook it like kind of rare. I'm telling you, like how I like my boogers. Yep, my boogers. That's what I'm gonna do. But so, because I don't like it dried and all that. I just don't. I can't eat it like that. I'm going to let the meat cook up a little bit. Then I'm going to put some Worcestershire, the steak seasoning, and I'm going to put some teriyaki in too. And Yeah, I might want a little carb in here, so I have some rice left over. I might just put a small handful of rice. Like I said, the purpose is to not have a lot of rice because, you know, I'm trying to limit the carbs, but I also want to be full from it, and, you know, that's why I'm trying to stick with the protein of either chicken or beef, but I just was really craving beef, so yeah. All right, so I'm gonna let this cook, and then I'll be back, guys.